Staying with that story pertaining to the ANC Gauteng PTT Lekgotla that's underway in 4 ways, we are now joined by political analyst Dr Levy Ndou, and he joins us now via our video link. Dr Levy Ndou, thank you so much for your time this evening, sir. And one would ask, looking at what the ANC in Gauteng is currently undertaking, I mean, this follows a time where the ANC, the national ANC, disbanded this province because of how poorly it had done at the 2025 elections. And one would ask, when it comes to your thoughts, how important is this undertaking for the Gauteng province, particularly when it faces challenges in this province?
Good evening, Bali. Good evening to the viewers at home. Thank you for having me. I think there are positives that one can identify about what is happening in the province of Gauteng. Firstly, is the ability of the leadership of the ANC to identify areas that appears to be problematic, areas that can make the province to be turned around, areas that requires urgent attention. The second aspect about the Premier's speech talks to what we do know. The inability of the ANC to implement what they know as main challenges. If you listened to the Premier today and what he spoke about in the State of the Province address are similar issues. It therefore says to me that they know exactly what they should do if indeed they still want to get the trust of the people back. But of course, it's also a very good strategy to ensure that crime prevention is properly coordinated, because if you only leave crime activities to isolated municipalities, that might not solve the problem, because municipalities are interlinked, they are interrelated, and criminals could easily do as they like if there's no cooperation amongst law enforcement agencies.
And Dr. Levy Ndou, I mean, trust is very important right now, particularly to the likes of the ANC, who has lost so much support in Gauteng. At the same time, the ANC and many other political parties are preparing for the local government elections. What will it take for the ANC to regain the trust of its voters in this province?
It is good that the ANC knows where the problem lies. It is also good that the ANC is in charge of a number of municipalities. What therefore, in my view, is supposed to happen is that the ANC has to respond by solving the problems that they know about. The ANC has to put all the resources together and ensure that where they are in charge, people should be able to see the difference, and that should actually happen now. You don't need to postpone service delivery, because when you do nothing, also given responsibilities, you actually arm the opposition to talk badly about what is happening. The Premier has been able to identify a number of municipalities and areas that requires urgent attention. And my view is that in the next few weeks, we should therefore be able to see change, because the very same people that he's talking to in the provincial task team are people that are given responsibilities in different municipalities. And of course, if indeed they are taking this matter seriously, they should be able to turn things around. That will work in favor of the ANC in Gauteng.
And Dr. Levy Ndou, I mean, this takes place at a time where the ANC is also rebuilding some of its structures, as you have mentioned. And one would ask, what type of leadership does the ANC need, particularly at a time where we are faced with, the likes of the MK party, who have really taken so many of the ANC supporters?
My view is that the ANC need to do the basic thing. And the most basic thing in my view now is that the ANC should be able to reconnect with the people on the ground. The ANC should be able to build strong branches that must respond to issues or bread and butter issues that are facing communities. Panyaza Lesufi was able to identify the very same issues that made people not to vote for the ANC. The provisioning of basic services, water, collection of garbage, ensuring that people feel safe, ensuring that they've got capacity in the municipalities, ensuring that the companies that they give business to are able to deliver as expected. That will require strong leadership on the part of the ANC, but also if they do so consistently, they could be able to bring trust to the voters, and they might still give them a chance to run these different municipalities.
And something else, Mr. Ndou, that this PTT also needs to look into is the issues around coalitions. And as we get closer to the 2026 local government elections, the ANC in Gauteng did significantly drop in its support. This is something that they'll also need to look into.
Indeed. The ANC has had its fair share of coalitions since 2016. They could be having a very good experience with the coalitions that have been there in Tshwane, in Ekurhuleni, and the city of Johannesburg. My view is that they should have learned a lesson. There are two ways. It's either they win the elections or they go back to coalitions. And if they have to go to coalitions, they should be able to have a very good strategy that they must use to manage coalitions. But also quite very interesting is that in his speech, he appears to be very much excited that without the Democratic Alliance as a coalition partner in Gauteng, they seem to be doing very well, whilst at the same time he's saying at national level in the GNU, you have the Democratic Alliance, and it's becoming very difficult to pass the budget. And that, in my view, it's his stance. It's indicating his stance and emphasizing that the ANC and other political parties can do better without the Democratic Alliance.
Dr. Ndou, thank you so much for your time. That's Dr. Levy Ndou, political analyst there, just giving us his insights on the two-day ANC PTT Lekgotla currently underway in 4 ways.